It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning, welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News. I hope this is on the air because I'm having all kinds of technical issues. I don't know if it's due to the rain. It's finally quit. But anyway, coming to you live from Manning, South Carolina. I'm in an awful glare. I can barely see my computer screen. But at any rate, welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on this, the 19th day of August 2022. Like I say, I'm in Manning, South Carolina. The lead story this morning, folks, is another cruise line drops pre-cruise testing. We also want to look at St. Kitts this morning. And I have a little news also. Today is National Baked Tater Day. So go out and have a baked potato someplace, folks. Go out to dinner and order something with a baked tater. I'm planning on doing just that. So, okay, bringing you up to date. I left the house about 4:30 this morning, maybe 20 to 5. First part of the trip was just sweet, just, nice. Till I got halfway through North Carolina. Started raining. By the time I got into South Carolina, man, it was raining hard. I had to stop a couple times. But one of the times that I actually had stopped because I'd pulled over into a service station and just to sit there a little bit and let the hard part of the rain pass. Phone rings, and it's my oncologist. So, give you guys a little background on it. I know that there's some of you that have not followed me through all of the stuff that we've been through. I had prostate cancer 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago now. Went through chemo. I metastasized prostate cancer. It was literally all over my body. Some really harsh chemo. Lost all my hair. Screwed up my nails. Was sick quite often, a couple times with the brain fog. My PSA started off at 480. And after chemo, we finally got it down at 1 point to 2.8. So, man, I was just sailing along, dumb, fat, and happy. And then 3 months ago now, I went in for a regular checkup. The PSA up again, which means, of course, the cancer spot. Drug, chemo. I also have to take prednisone twice a day to balance that. The last time I went in to check it up on it a couple of weeks ago, the PSA had leveled, which I have to get the PSA back down. And everything else was good. Going into yesterday, I was scared to death, folks. Don't mind telling you, I was worried, just tortured, because I know that number had to come down. They called me today to tell me, your PSA was 0.6. I said, what? I thought I heard them wrong. 0.6. That's the lowest it's ever been. So needless to say, they're ecstatic. I'm ecstatic. So I continue on with this crazy $11,000 a month thing, because if I get off it, this damn thing's liable to go up again. So anyway, we'll talk to him at some point in time on what we're gonna do about that. If you're listening today via the podcast, you can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or the search for travel and cruise industry news, and the old fat travel guy's going to pop up. All right, a couple of stories this morning, if I can even read them. Another cruise line drops pre-cruise testing for cruises departing on or after September the 6th. Windstar Cruises will no longer require pre-cruise testing for its guests unless required by a specific country. The cruise line will still require guests to be fully vaccinated and show proof of vaccination status. There are exemptions to the line's new protocols and procedures. Guests will still be subject to follow the local rules and regulations. Currently, Canada, Greece, Australia, and New Zealand are requiring guests to pre-test prior to boarding the ship in their waters. All Windstar crew are fully vaccinated, and most crew members have received their booster shots on board the fleet. The fleet is all 6 all-suite yachts that carry between 138 and 342. I have never been on Windstar. Was always a little pricey for my blood, but they're following. Everybody seems to be heading in the same direction on this, folks. The other thing that helped out a little this week was the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis has ended all COVID-related testing and vaccine requirements. All travelers, regardless of their vaccination status, are now welcome to visit the island of St. Kitts and Nevis. In addition, visitors will no longer be required to show proof of a negative COVID test. The change comes under the leadership of Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, who also serves as the country's Minister of Health. The twin islands of St. Kitts and Nevis are located in the northern Leeward Islands, where the Atlantic Ocean meets the Caribbean. The country is a popular stop for many cruise lines, and usually go into Basse-Terre. Never sure how to pronounce that. Basse-Terre. I don't know. Anyway, that was it was a very light news day this morning, folks. When I was looking, I don't know if anything major has happened in the interim. I could, while we're at least on the air, jump over and see if anything has come in, because I had not had a chance to get in. Nope, nothing new. So, all right, let's see who's over in the chat room this morning. Lizzie's with us. Hi, Lizzie. Joanne's with us. Hi, Joanne. Cindy's here. Hot Air Tom. I thought Hot Air Tom was going to be driving today. Hot Air Tom, you're not supposed to be where you can get on the show. Stopped at a bank for cruise tip. Oh, cruise tip money. You stopped at a bank. I got you. I did that last night before I left. Nikki's with us. Good morning, everybody. All right, Nikki. So you'll know, I have no idea if you guys are up for dinner tonight. If you are, send me a message where you want to meet. I am I'm only like 4 hours away. So anytime you guys want to eat, just say so and we'll be good to go. Assuming I don't have any more awful storms, but yeah. And if you don't, if you like Nikki, if you're not feeling like it or anything else, Yeah, that's okay too. Just let me know. So I'd love to see you though tonight as I pass through. Mike's with us. Hi, Mike. Remember, tiredness kills. Take a break if you feel sleepy. Oh yeah, I always do. Better to miss dinner in Jacksonville than not to arrive at all. Oh, I know that. And that's why I pulled over a couple times today when the rain was kind of heavy. Not so much that I couldn't see, um, although it did cut visibility some. But man, you'd have puddles of water and have no control over the car at all. So yeah, and then a good bit of that was through. The first part of going through South Carolina was back roads. Now I'm on 95, and there were times on 95 where I was down to like 40 miles an hour. Anyway, Sonny's with us down in Mississippi. Hi, Sonny. Everybody's saying such wonderful news. Yeah, I tell you what, folks, I don't mind telling you, I got pretty emotional again this morning when I heard those numbers. Carol said she's been on 2 Windstar cruises and I loved them. One was South Pacific and the other a Caribbean cruise. Awesome. Delighted about your good news. Yeah, me too. Patty Grant, how you doing? You for a while. I've seen you on a couple of shows. Where are you headed to now? I'm going into Miami and going on Norwegian Sky for a week. Then I go back home for, I don't know, 4 or 5 days and drive back to Miami again to get on Symphony of the Seas. So that's my next 2, Patty. But yeah, terrific news on the from the oncologist today. Man, I feel so much better. I had gotten myself tortured over this whole thing, folks. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. I'll monitor things over the weekend online. Who knows? And then, of course, we'll be on Norwegian Sky on Sunday. So for sure, I'll be doing some live streams from there. So stay tuned. We'll keep things. Think about cruising, and hopefully one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas. This is the old fat travel guy. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.